Welcome to a new season of Rocket League. Today, this replay is going to be for Eclipse, Gold 2, Gold 3 player. We're going to be looking at some ones. He said he put in a game where he knows he made some mistakes, but still had some good shots, good clips. So we'll see what happens with it. The first thing I will say, well, we're going to start off right off the bat. I don't like faking this kickoff. I don't like faking this kickoff for one big reason, and it's like the payoff is not great. If Z Dusty here can just get a dribble and attack you immediately, like, it just puts you in a bad spot to start, right? Because they can attack you immediately, and it's going straight towards your net. And you don't get a full boost. So there's a lot of things. If we were in, if we were, say, in this spot for a kickoff, I'd say faking is totally fine. Bang, get this boost, then we can get the corner boost, and then we have possession in our corner. Versus with this one, ZJ Dusty gets an immediate shot on our net, and we have lower boost. So you do get a good save, which is kind of the idea. You're just going to try to get a save here. So you do get a good save and put it to the side, but you just lose. It's just risky. You're going to get scored on a lot more than you think with that. But good bit of control here. I really, you will go back all the way to the save. Watch it from your perspective. So you do a good job. You really kick this ball to the corner, which is great. That's a very, very safe spot. We're kind of waiting to see what ZJ Dusty does, so I'm okay with this. We can see that there's no threat. Time to push forward, get our boost, and then you played it past him because you had time. Beautiful. Then you took your time, got around the ball. All great stuff for gold. That's how you're gonna make your money in gold, and it's just controlling the ball, actually putting it into a spot where it'll be beneficial. So now this is the downfall of this kickoff, right? So I think that's a great example of that's why we don't like this kick. I don't like faking that kickoff. In this case, I'd fake this one if you wanted to. This is totally okay position to fake, but if we're not going to fake, let's break down this kickoff a little bit more. So firstly, we don't flip or anything. So there should be a flip in the middle of this, ideally. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube about different kickoffs. For golds, I mean, we can start talking about diagonal flips, or even like not like a speed flip, but more like a fast kickoff. If not, if you don't want to do that route, you can just do a front flip to get to this ball. Driving to the ball is obsolete. It's not going to get you a better advantage compared to flipping, because you're going to have to use all your boost to get to this ball in a fast manner, versus if we flip, we can serve a little bit of this, and it gives us a better shot after the kickoff. Plus, like, kickoffs and ones are huge. Like, start practicing them now. Start grinding out a good kickoff now, because if you can get it solid in gold, your ones rank is going to jump purely on that, and then it's going to translate really well to 2s and 3s. So with this one too, as you just said in chat, it doesn't look like he's faking, because he's still coming forward, right? So I like that you're trying to see him, but if he's coming forward like this, he's not faking. So, I get the idea that you wanted to slow down and take it, but he was not faking. He was clearly going for it. His kickoff is just so wide and slow. Another reason why maybe later on we could take advantage of that, if he's going to keep doing kickoffs like that. Obviously, we don't have enough information yet. So we're doing pretty good here. Ball's really far away. I'd like to see you close the gap here a little bit. Don't full commit, go supersonic and go challenge this, but slowly drive up here and try to close the gap, and then get ready to be in a shadow defense based off what he does, right? We don't want to just give up the entire field worth of space and allow Dusty to set something up, right? So we want to be kind of giving him pressure already. So even now, I would still be creeping up here, and if you're not necessarily going, we're just kind of waiting to see what's gonna happen, right? We're still just giving them too much space. So I'm glad you didn't jump for this. Justy went clearly before you. And now this is where I was kind of thinking, you know, we're going to be in a position like this, play it to the side. Oh, just a bad angle for that ball. So this purely came off of a bad angle. You come off the wall. You jump off like the ramp there. So it made it awkward. That's tough. Realistically, that's tough. So with this one, I think your timing was off with this one. So something I've been thinking about a lot with Rocket League recently is how big of a factor timing is when it comes to defense. So our timing is just a little off here, right? We want to be timing this by the time that he's trying to make a touch to go to our net, that we're like creeping in a way that's closing off all the angles, right? So right now, you supersonic and you get kind of past the net and you kind of get just too far in front of him, right? So we're not closing off angles. So as we're coming here, we get like in front of him and this opens up this angle, right? Whereas if we slowed it a little bit and then cut him off like this, we're shutting down the angle that goes behind us and we're pushing the ball this way to the corner, right? And don't be embarrassed about missing. That's how you grow. You got to fail to understand how things work and get in there. At least you went for it and you learned and got had that blackout moment so that you can hopefully learn from it. So whiffing's not bad, but so we're a little fast and then it opens up that angle from behind, right? So it's something that you're going to learn. I mean, I feel like it's a pretty advanced thing. But like you'll learn how to like funnel and shut down those angles. So I wonder if I can show a better, like if we think about it, like this. We'll slow this down a little bit. We need to be coming like this angle because that shuts down him cutting it behind you. So if we come at him like this, we're shutting down the angle that goes behind us. And if we see him push it more to the right over this way, we can still adjust and push the ball to the corner, right? So you just got a little ahead of it. Very, very hard thing to explain, I feel like. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, unfortunate goal. We really dived into that probably more than we needed to, but it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. It's like timing when it comes on defense, right? There we go. We punished the slow kickoff. Beautiful. I love that adjustment. I was hoping you'd do that. I dived into it a little bit, and I just wanted to see if you adjusted, which you did great. Ooh. Yeah. We talked about it, right? We talked about it, so cannot do that kickoff. Just go for it. Just go for this kickoff. I'll try not to harp on it a bunch since I feel like you're going to do it every time now, but it's okay. Like, just know now, don't go for it like that. Just actually go for the kickoff. Much better job cutting off space. Yeah, just sit here. We're good. See what he does. All right, now we start either challenge or back off. Beautiful. Ooh, almost. This was a great idea. This is exactly what I want you to do. Like, get underneath this ball, take a touch, take it towards your net. Obviously, mechanically you just didn't perform or do it, right? But you had the right idea. Good. Take your time. Put this to the corner. Yeah, get that boost. Very nice. Yes, there we go. Good play. Great patience off this back wall. This is huge. This is a huge play. Just good patience. Yeah, the ball gets a little squirrely, gets a little away from you, but you're still recovered well enough where you're able to get it past Dusty. And then, yeah, just a nice follow-up there. I really like that. Especially from a goal player in ones. I mean, that's huge. I hate it, but like, yeah. Good, and just good counter attack. Good control. Really good out of the corner here. I feel like it's very hard to think about this. Let's look at what Dusty did wrong here. So Dusty like full committed up on the wall, and then, you know, once you go up the wall like that, you know, it's just so hard to recover back in time. So you did a good job, you know. In gold, if you just push the ball towards their net, a lot of the times it's going to find a way home. What we're going to work on eventually is cuts, where we can cut through the ball and then, you know, dust some plats. I feel like I don't like the idea that you try to chip this over him. I feel like you're going to adjust because you have adjusted so far. But yeah, you're never going to get this over him. It's just better to play it safe than hit it to the side and keep possession of the ball, right? Alright, push forward. Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. In gold, this is a totally fine play. You just put some speed on the ball, especially when they're kind of in this awkward spot where they slow their momentum. It's going to throw a lot of golds off. Another play that you could have done in this situation is we come up to here, we get up here fast, hit the brakes. Hit the brakes and go into a dribble, right? Slow down, hit this to a dribble, put this ball to the middle of the field, and then you can go for a hook shot. You can go for just a simple cut or flick over him. So there's a lot of plays you could do with dribbling this ball to the middle that are very beneficial if you want to talk about keeping control. There's also, once we get a little higher rank, maybe champ, maybe GC, you also have the option to take this up the wall and go for an air play. Less recommended, especially in ones and especially at your rank, but there's that option. At gold though, perfectly fine play. This is going to get you a lot of goals, just putting speed on the ball, but you just need to adjust, right? You just need to adjust to what your teammate or your opponent is doing, right? That works on this opponent. He's not, you know, he lets that kind of stuff go through. But if you have an opponent who's much better on defense, they're not going to allow those type of plays to go through. So you need to work on the dribbling like you said you are. So that's good. Let's see here. Good patience. Here we go. Let's see what the dribble is. I mean, it's not great yet, but there's alternatives that we should think about too. You don't have to, when we dribble a ball, guys, we don't have to try to put it on top of our car. That's not the only dribble there is in the game. A much more effective dribble that you'll start seeing a lot more is actually just a bounce dribble. Because if we just get this ball bouncing, right? Bounce, bounce, bounce. We're going to be able to put a lot of speed on this ball and take a really fast shot kind of whenever we want. When we're going for dribbles on top of our car, those take time to set up, and that allows our opponents to actually have a chance to challenge us, right? Whereas if we just take this ball, bounce it, cut it to the middle, we have a lot of options, like a hook shot, where we just wrap around the ball and blast it towards the net. Or we keep cutting it back and forth and just absolutely break this guy's ankles, right? Especially since the fact that he's sitting so deep in net and just allowing you to take this, right? So it's another option. Not saying that because he's sitting in net, we can't go for the ball on top of our car. Man, this pen is laggy. But I'm not saying we can't go for this play, but realistically, it's a lower percentage play versus a bounce dribble. So you kind of set up the bounce dribble a little bit, but then you go for it on top of your car. When you get this close, that allows the challenge. So, lots of alternatives. There's always another way to do a play. I like this. Good defense. You're hanging around. Good bump from him. Recover. Nice. Good. The timing was much better there. You didn't allow him to get a cut on you. Look at your angle. This is a beautiful angle here. You're actually cutting the ball, cutting in front of him. anticipating him going this way. So that's great. And it also means he can't go behind you because of the way you're going, because you can adjust and go for this like that. So that's very nice. Timing was much better on this play. A lot of people, I feel like, make the mistake of going to where the ball is at the moment, and yeah, it's not ideal. A little bit of an awkward play here. You know, we kind of give up possession, unfortunately. You probably could, after you make this touch, you probably could just keep following it. Nothing wrong with that. You do like try to go boost, but then we miss. I mean, you got to commit to one thing or the other. You can't be in between on this. So if you're going to give up possession, get this boost and play defensive. Don't like, shoot, I missed the boost, shoot, he's not going for it. Like, you got to get one or the other. You got to either get this boost or you need to keep following the ball, right? So once you've committed to one, commit to it. What we don't want to do is, you know, as we're realize we gave up all this room, we don't want to just dive in now when he's like contacting the ball. So that's more of awareness on what our opponent's trying to do, and that's what gives up this free goal. Right, he took forever to set this goal up too. So I mean, if you just drive at him and turn around, that you know, that works just as well. You'll have plenty of time to get back. Did I mention how much I hate this kickoff? Anyhow. Almost have a good counter. I'm not sure what you're trying to do here. I don't know if you're trying to bump him. Not the... You can't flip into somebody and bump them when they're driving away from you. That just doesn't work. You can't tackle somebody. This isn't like, you don't have arms. You know what I'm saying? You don't have arms, so you can't tackle them. So like, if they're running away from you, you can't bump them by flipping. So this puts you way out of position. But that's, you know, works out. You recover well. I like that you're hanging around. You're doing a much better job later in this game of actually staying close to the ball and keeping pressure on defense, but not overextending. Good 50. That's what we should be going for. Tons of 50s right now. Yep, see, now that's what it is. See, this is exactly what I was talking before about putting the ball on top of your car. Right? You're so caught up in like, the only way I can dribble is putting the ball on top of my car, and look what happens. Get you know, Uga challenged and get dunked like crazy. So thankfully he does a pretty weak shot and you're able to get back in time. Let's kill time. Keep this ball in your corner. Yeah, beautiful. Just back up, now play it over there. Yep, I would even keep going. After this, we get it away from him. Just keep getting it away from him. Whoa. Keep getting it away from him. Keep pushing it this way. Don't try to cut it upfield yet. Just keep running away from him because he's chasing us, right? You can kind of hear him. It works out because he overextends. And again, not the only way to dribble. Bounce dribble probably would have been better in that situation. Could have took a power shot. Realistically, do we need to go for this challenge? And the answer is no. If we do get this touch off this wall, from this ball coming this way, the outcomes aren't ideal for you, right? Because a few of the outcomes are you pinch it back this way, you pinch it upfield, hopefully, or you get there early and you bounce the ball out middle, right? And then you have to find a way to recover off this wall after this aerial. So it's a little risky to actually go for. And we do get the option where it bounces out to the middle. You recover well, and Dusty plays way too far forward and doesn't anticipate that. But, you know, something to think about. If we're trying to kill time here, and we're trying to kill time, and he punts it to our corner, we should just circle. We should just circle. We should just circle around like this and go back to the corner. Like, you know, we're here. We see that ball go like that. We just do like one of these, circle around, and come back through the corner. It's a little bit safer, not as aggressive, but we're trying to kill time. We are up a goal. We don't want to give up an easy one and have them tied up with under a minute left to play now. All right, let's retreat. Let's get back in ball cam so we can see what's going on. Okay, good. Yep, just let it go around. He's not even there. He's not even there. Nice. Get around it. You're gonna get demoed? Yeah, he bumps you. Okay. Now let's rotate back. Rotate up the middle. I like the rotation back. It's very fast. Yeah, it works. I mean, I don't love the idea that you went all the way back and let him have an opportunity here, but I appreciate the fact that you went back regardless, just to get in a better spot for defense. Okay, slow. Oh, almost. That was really nice. I love the double jump pop. The double jump pop is underrated, guys. Double jump pop. That's beautiful. Need to work on recovery a little bit. Let's go back. All right. And yeah, that's how the game ends. So let's go back to this. J-Man had a good point. J-Man had a great point here. You know, you have your low boost, but like there's boost pads here. You could probably go touch this ball. You know, you can get pennies like this. Go get this ball and push it back to our corner and play keep away. So, you know, the boost management there could be a little better. But that's how the game ends there. You rotate back and we win. Yeah, I find myself gunning it whenever I see 100. Yeah, and that's, you know, I'm glad you recognize it. It's obviously not how you want to play it, right? Pennies, boost management in ones is huge. Getting pennies, keeping up with the boost is very important. Unfortunately, I wasn't looking for that a lot in this replay, but I'm assuming it's something you have to work on. The big things I saw are obviously the one kickoff, right? That's the biggest thing. Get rid of that. You're gonna get rid of that, and this game is 5-1. You know. The other things are the dribbles. If you want to dribble, you don't have to put the ball on top of your car. You can bounce dribble and zigzag and try to break his ankles like that. It's much faster. It doesn't allow them to challenge you as easily. But with that, I wouldn't give up on those either. Like, there are times where flicks and dribbling with the ball on top of your car is effective. So keep practicing it, but just know that there are other ways to go about it. And I think bounce dribbles are probably something you should look into even more so. And yeah, I think everything else, I mean, as a gold, you know, it's hard to put a lot of things together besides, you know, you just need to have better mechanics and play slightly better and blah, blah, blah. That's stuff like that. But there's some good foundational things. I think there's a lot you can work on. Starting with those is probably your best bet, and then we'll see what happens later on down the line once you fix those kickoffs a little bit and then work on the dribbles more. So thank you, Eclipse, for sending in the replay. I really appreciate it.